Welcome to the Fantasy Thinker. I'm Jared, and today I'm going to be doing a little short review about a little book called The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. And so this was pretty exciting for me because last year, Jimenez's second book, The Spear Cuts Through Water, was my book of the year. And it was a book that stunned me with its beauty in both the prose and narrative choices. And now I found myself eagerly jumping into his first book, The Vanished Birds. Could it be as wonderful as book number two? Most likely not. But I didn't want to raise my expectations too high. That would be unfair to this book and to my own level of enjoyment, really. So, fortunately, I didn't have to worry. The Vanished Birds has a beauty all on its own, separate and distinct from its sophomore cousin. the this science fiction tale here follows several protagonists through many years of time, and this passage of time is kind of a running theme throughout the book, like how it affects us, how it would look different for a crew that travels through space with some time dilation going on, and just the general perception of time and how it affects people. One of the quotes I really liked was there's a character saying this. He wanted to warn these children that time was not their friend, that though today might seem special, there would be a tomorrow and a day after that, that the best case scenario of a well spent life was the slow and steady unraveling of the heart's knot. That was, once again, beautiful writing. So also the symbolism of birds runs rampant through the narrative, which you would expect, right? Jimenez relates human behavior to avian life with some themes of like leaving the nest and how birds in a flock can be rather cruel and kind of and the like the carrion pecking that birds partake in. All of these things are related to both individual humans and societies, and how humans can take part in this type of behavior in some manner, one way or another. Um, Jimenez also gives nods to quite a bit of science fiction history in here. He explores the oncoming ability of jaunting, which is kind of like when somebody can just travel from one place in space to another and directly, no ships or anything like that. A person can do it, and that's kind of a direct nod to Alfred Best's classic book, "The Stars My Destination," and possibly a few other old sci-fi classics that had this similar ability in it. And he also names a side character, Algernon, which is in reference to Daniel Keyes's science fiction novel "Flowers for Algernon," and so these were like Easter eggs, and I'm sure there were plenty of other Easter eggs that were in the book that I didn't pick up on as well. But I imagine it there, and so you can tell that Jimenez knows his sci-fi history in that sense. But none of that detracts from the story whatsoever. The story is really great. There is a bittersweet quality to the story that really sits heavy on the heart sometimes. It's not like a happy tale, and it also contains like enough twists and turns to really keep you on your guard. There are a few places that actually genuinely surprise me, and that's always a plus in my book. I love that. um, so I was enchanted once again by him and his characters. They were all people I wanted to know more about, likable yet balanced. They didn't always do the right thing, but always had their own justifications for their actions that made sense for who we knew them to be based upon our experience with them in the narrative. And really, you can't ask for more than that from a book that um, for characters in a book like that for them to feel real to you, So I really enjoyed Jimenez's wonderful take on a classic standalone sci-fi tradition. He took the best aspects of just genre bending ideas and involved world building, and then he mixed them with deep character fragments and gave us a surprising, touching, and emotional tale. Highly recommended. I very much look forward to this next book to see if he can keep the hits coming. All right, when all that said, please like and subscribe if you like this review, and as always, be good to each other. Thank you.